In the previous lectures, you learned how to use AI tools for text-based tasks, writing, summarizing, drafting communications. But there's another capability that many leaders overlook: using AI to explore and analyze data. This isn't about replacing your data analysts or becoming a data scientist yourself. It's about having a conversation with your data, asking questions, spotting patterns, and getting to insights faster than you could by staring at a spreadsheet alone. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Most modern AI tools, like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, can accept data files. You can upload the spreadsheet, a CSV file, or even paste data directly into your conversation. Once the data is loaded, you can ask questions in plain English. Imagine you have quarterly sales data across multiple regions. Instead of building pivot tables yourself or waiting for your team, you could ask the AI tool, which region showed the strongest growth this quarter compared to last year? Or, are there any products where sales are declining while returns are increasing? Or, what patterns do you see in customer purchase timing? The AI will analyze the data and respond with findings. It might say, the Nordic region showed 23% year-over-year growth, outperforming all other regions. However, I noticed that product category C has declining sales in 3 consecutive months, while return rates have increased from 4% to 7%. Now here's the critical point. The AI is doing pattern recognition and calculation. It doesn't know that product category C had a supply to quality issue last month, or that the Nordic growth was driven by a one-time contract win. You bring the context. The AI brings the computational speed. Let me walk you through the types of analysis you can request. First, descriptive analysis. This is answering what happened. You can ask for summaries, averages, totals, distributions. What was our average deal size last quarter? How are customers distributed across segments? What percentage of orders came from repeat customers? Second, comparative analysis. This is answering how does X compare to Y? Compare time periods, regions, products, customer segments. How does this quarter compare to the same quarter last year? Which sales rep has the highest conversation rate? How do customer satisfaction scores differ between our service tiers? Third, pattern identification. This is answering what patterns exist that I might not see. This is where AI can genuinely surprise you. Are there any correlations in this data I should be aware of? What customer behaviors predict churn? Are these seasonal patterns in our support ticket value? Fourth, anomaly detection. This is answering what looks unusual. Ask the AI to flag outliers, unexpected values, or data points that don't fit the pattern. Are there any unusual transactions in this expense data? Which customers have behavior that differs significantly from their segment? Are there any data quality issues I should be aware of? Now, let's talk about how to get good results. Be specific about what you're looking for. Analyze this data is too vague. Identify the top 5 factors correlated with customer churn in this dataset is specific and actionable. Ask the AI to explain its reasoning. Don't just accept conclusions. Ask, how did you arrive at this finding? Or, what assumptions did you make? This helps you evaluate whether the analysis makes sense. Iterate based on initial findings. Use the conversation format. If the AI finds something interesting, dig deeper. You mentioned that Tuesday had 40% higher sales than Monday. Is that consistent across all regions or driven by specific ones? Ask for the data behind the insight. If the AI makes a claim, ask it to show you the numbers. Can you show me the specific figures that support that conclusion? Now I need to address something critical: data governance. Remember our earlier discussion about data protection? The same principle applies here, perhaps even more so, because you are potentially uploading sensitive business data. Before uploading any data to an AI tool, ask yourself, is this data classified as confidential or sensitive? Does it contain personally identifiable information? Am I using an enterprise tier with appropriate data protection guarantees? Would I be comfortable if this data were seen by others? If you're working with truly sensitive data, financial projections, customer personal information, strategic plans, use only approved enterprise tools or consider anonymizing the data before analysis. One practical approach. For exploratory analysis, you might use a sample or anonymized version of your data. Once you've identified the questions worth asking, you can run the final analysis through proper channels with your data team. The goal of this capability isn't to replace rigorous analysis, it's to help you explore faster, form hypotheses quicker, and have more informed conversations with your data team. Think of it as reconnaissance before the full investigation.